Hello, this is Chad Middleton, your vocational expert, and I'm here once again to give you some exciting news about another veteran that was approved for TDIU utilizing our services as a vocational expert evaluation report. Okay, this veteran came to us last year, and he had was currently unemployed when he came to us, and he was rated 90% initially. Okay, I'm gonna give you some information about his current disabilities. His overall rating was 90%. It was for generalized anxiety, 70%, 20% for lumbosacral strain with degenerative arthritis, 10% for left lower extremity radiculopathy, 10% for right lower extremity radiculopathy, 10% for right knee strain, 10% for left knee issues, and he had tinnitus, ringing in the ears. This veteran had a history of work as a truck driver, all right? And of course, when you evaluate work as a truck driver, you recognize that this person is on the road all of the time. He's sitting in vehicle, he's loading, unloading trucks sometimes, but primarily his job is considered uh, physically strenuous. It's medium work, it's lifting up to 50 pounds, and it's extenuous driving on the road. Now, he has 70% for anxiety, and this veteran, after evaluating him, was having a whole lot of problems with panic attacks, anger, irritability, stress. He was having a whole lot of issues with his mental health as well as these physical conditions that we just mentioned. Um, but he applied for TDIU prior to coming to vision counseling. Okay. He applied for TDIU, and as we all expect, he was denied. He was denied services because the VA determined that he didn't have evidence to support him not being able to work. Okay. So we did a vocational evaluation on him, but we couldn't do the evaluation without him providing us with some medical documentation. This is very important in any claim for increase in your rating. VA is going to look for evidence that support your condition is not allowing you to work. So this veteran got us his rating decisions. He got us his DBQs. He got DBQs for his back, DBQs for his mental health condition, DBQs for his knee and lower leg. He provided us all this medical documentation. And the important thing about the DBQs is that it's performed by a medical examiner or a doctor. All right. So I always like to share with my vets, try to get your DBQs. They're going to take you a long time to get them. Yes, the VA be tripping about the length of time it takes to get you your file. But in your file is information from your doctors about your ability to work as well as your limitations. I'm going to do another video on the changes in DBQs, maybe later on. But the VA houses the VA the VA houses all of your information in your C file. So if you'd like to have information that's in your C file, you're going to need to go to the VA and request that you be granted access to your C file, or to give you access to your C file, or ask for your DBQs. But nevertheless, in another video, we'll talk about that. So the vet came to us and we did a vocational evaluation. Certainly, we looked at his education history. This veteran, I believe, had an associate's degree in criminal justice. So he had a degree. He had years of experience as a truck driver from 1998 till 2012, something like that. He's been working, but he was totally unemployed when he came to us. Okay, he was unemployed when he came to us, and when we did this evaluation, we had to look at his education, work experience. We had to look at all those factors, and we had to look at the extent of his service-connected disabilities. We concluded that this veteran was not able to find any work. He's not employable based on how the doctors describe his mental limitations as well as his physical limitations. His mental limitations were as such. He had anxiety, chronic sleep impairment, depressed mood, difficulty in adapting to a work-like setting, difficulty in adapting to stressful circumstances, difficulty in adapting to work, difficulty in establishing and maintaining effective work and social relationships. Y'all know how it goes because it's in your medical records, it's in your file, it's in your letter. All right? Simply having it in your letter is not medical documents, but it's your summary of what's in your DBQ. All right? I can use your award letters, but it's best that I get a copy of your medical record or DBQ. But in his letter from the VA, he provided his award letter as well as his DBQ. And of course, in your award letter, it lists all of the boxes that were checked by the medical examiner. Hopefully, you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. All right. But most importantly, he was having panic attacks, weekly panic attacks. He was having suspiciousness. He was having occupational and social impairment with deficiencies in most areas such as work, school, family relations, judgment, thinking, and mood. All right? Those mental health limitations combined with the physical limitations allowed us to agree that there were no jobs that this veteran could perform. Okay? So, after we did this evaluation in September of 2024. Remember, he was denied in April of 2024, or he applied and was denied earlier that year. Came to us, we did an evaluation in September of 2024, and the vet contacted me recently and provided me with this letter that said individual unemployability is granted effective April 7th, 2024, the date in which they denied him. They backdated it all the way back to the date in which he was originally applied for TDIU benefits. All right? So let me look at this letter. This letter says the reason why they denied him or approved him, they approved him for TDIU effective April 7, 2024. And in the evidence is a vocational evaluation report from Vision Counseling and Vocational Consulting. They received this report on October 7th, 2024, and they determined that entitlement to individual unemployability is granted because you are unable to secure or follow a substantially gainful occupation as a result of your service-connected disabilities. Okay? They said you're unable to work because of the result of your disabilities. So what does that mean for you? That means if you provide the VA evidence to support that all of your conditions affect your ability to work, the VA has to make a favorable decision. Now, in some cases, they haven't. But I always encourage my veterans to appeal because with this vocational evidence, it's only favorable. Okay, it's a favorable outcome that says that your disabilities are affecting your ability to work. Okay, from a licensed, certified vocational expert. Okay, so unless the VA has a licensed, certified vocational expert to comment on your ability to work, it's very likely that your benefits will be approved. Okay, so again, this veteran was approved TDIU benefits. All right, this veteran was approved TDIU benefits by simply utilizing a vocational evaluation and a vocational evaluation report that supports his inability to work. Without this report, the veteran was denied. His rating was 90%. He applied, and the VA said, nope, you don't have any evidence. He filed an appeal. What was it? What did he do? Let me tell you what he did. He had an intent to file in April in 2024. He filed the claim in June of 2024. He had a CMP in July of 2024. He was denied in August of 2024. He filed a supplemental claim in October of 2024. They gave him a second CMP in November of 2024, and he was granted TDIU in February of 2025. Okay? Hopefully you followed that process. He intended to file, he filed, he had a CMP exam, he was denied. He applied for a supplemental claim, he had another CMP, and then he was granted TDIU benefits. All right, so if you're a veteran out there and you have gone through the rigmarole of what the VA has you to go through in order to get your benefits granted, and you still were denied, you need to consider a vocational evaluation report. All right, contact our office, call us, visit us online. Our number is 803 563 5087. Let me say that again, 803 563 5087. Or visit us online at vcandvc.com and try to contact us and get an individual consultation. All right, this veteran went through the process. Okay, he went through the process, he was denied, went through the process, and he definitely feels from his information that he shared with us by way of email that he would not have gotten these benefits without this vocational evaluation. All right, without the vocational evaluation report, again, it's very difficult. Not saying that you can't get it, but all I'm saying is that you have no evidence to support your inability to work. So you're hoping that the VA is going to make a favorable decision based on just your medical records. This veteran had everything that he needed in order to get it, except the report that suggested that he's unable to work or there are no jobs that he could perform. All right. So again, I'm not saying that he can't work. All I'm saying as a vocational expert is that there are no jobs out there that will allow someone with these disabilities to become gainfully employed. Let me say that again. I'm not saying the person is not capable of working. I'm saying based on these limitations, there are no jobs in the national economy that will support a person with these types of limitations. All right. So if you need that type of evidence, contact our office, schedule an individual consultation. We are scheduling into March now. So if you need to get an appointment, we can get you on the books. You have to get an individual consultation. It is a one-on-one consultation with you and I, where we talk about your current situation. All right. Another way that you can get in with me is participating in our webinars. Okay, our webinars are at least maybe once a month or once a quarter. We do a webinar. When we get so many people that's interested in our services, we like to do a combined webinar for multiple veterans so that we can get more information from you in that setting as opposed to you waiting maybe 4 weeks or so before getting into to see me individually. But our process is simple, and like this veteran, it paid off, and he's now receiving 100% disability from the VA. All right. Continue to like and subscribe some of our videos because your circumstances, I'm sure, are similar to this vet's. He's not been working since 2012 and still couldn't get TDIU benefits. He was 90% disabled and still couldn't get TDIU benefits. He had mental health and physical limitations and still couldn't get TDIU benefits. But when he came to us, we completed a vocational evaluation, and on the behalf of jobs everywhere, I make a determination that there are no jobs that he can perform with these limitations. All right, that's what a vocational expert is. I'm a vocational employment jobs expert, and knowing the mental health and physical demands of jobs is my business. So if you don't use me, use somebody in your area, somebody that you are aware of, so that they can make a declaration about jobs as well nationally. I'm nationally certified, so these services can benefit you greatly if you just call our office and set yourself up an appointment. All right. I'm not a VA expert, I'm a vocational expert. And if you'd like to use these services, give our office a call. Thank you once again. Hopefully, if you have any questions, you give our office a call, and or email us or call us or contact us through the web. But nevertheless, I look forward to working with you. All right. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.